This week, Parashat Mishpatim, right after Matan Torah, Ve'la Mishpatim, Dor Mishpatim, that were given from Har Sinai, just like 10 Commandments are from Sinai, everything from Har Sinai. Now, there's a very interesting mitzvah in this Parashat that most people think that we should put this mitzvah in Midrash Liyah in a secret way, not to reveal it to people, because it's very hard for people to understand it. Why? Because I want to ask you, is it possible Torah would allow a father to sell his child? Everybody would think that it would be impossible. Why? Why should Torah let somebody, father, to sell his child? But we find is the Parashat Torah says that ish et biton am. When a man would sell his daughter le'ama, slave servant. Not that against nobody should not go after, and therefore the Adon should marry himself, or marry for the children, or he should put it into the And Torah says if another wife, in other words, this man that bought this girl, now he marries the prince. Torah says, cannot say that, I got you off the street and this is a prince. So the relationship that you have, man is not able to provide three things for it: clothing, marital relationship, and shera, and food. These three things cannot diminish. You cannot say that, I got you off the street, whether that I gave you is good enough. No. You are obligated to treat the same way to this girl as the other. Now the point is, everybody asks the question, how come Torah allows something like that? How come Torah allows that the man should sell his child? In other words, it's very, nowadays, we would feel it's barbarian. Nowadays, we would feel uncivilized countries, civilized these countries that we are living, that is unheard of. Therefore, why Torah? Now, as the Rabbi told us, the best pirush, the best explanation for Torah is Torah itself. Now, if you notice, the Apostle, Torah never allows the father to sell his child. But if you notice, you look at the Apostle says, when it says a person is daughter to Am. In other words, if it's a bito, it is daughter, who is that person? It's the father. Torah doesn't call him a father. It says, ish et bito. Why does it say ish? It's not the ish, it's not the man, it's the father. If that one is his daughter, that has to be the father. Therefore, Torah doesn't say father, it says bito. Now, why doesn't Torah use the terminology of a father? Indicate a father would never sell his child. But what's happening here, he doesn't feel like a father. He's not acting like a father. Then what do we do? Big dilemma. What should we do? Now, Torah is encouraging us. Torah is teaching us that if this man is not acting like a father, foster home is better than home. Because that home, you don't know what's going to happen with this girl. This girl would be abused. This girl would be emotionally abused. And she would lose her stability. Because once you're living with the parents, there is some type of expectation. There are some types of emotional needs and would not be met. She's paralyzed for the rest of her life. But when you say foster home, just the opposite. They do chesed, kindness, unexpected chesed and kindness. She loves it, she likes it, she gets it. Torah says, Torah would be very careful that the family would treat her nicely. Very interesting concept. For years, I was thinking that the best home for child is the home. Don't talk about foster home. Depth of Torah teaches us very important lesson in our life. Once there was two doctors married each other and they had problems with the child in school, and they went to principal, and principal said, your child has problem. And the problem is that we need time to spend time with her. No, doctor said, I don't know, I'm such an important doctor in this hospital. There's nobody like me. And I have to do so proud of myself that they need me emergency, they need me. I have 2 cell phones, to get in touch with me. I every time I try to explain to him that I should know my position. Mother got up. Mother is important job someplace, also doctor, very important, very crucial, this and that. And the principal looked at them and said, "Oh, I have a best remedy for you, both of you. So, you have really. I'll be happy to hear. What is it? What is it? What should I do? We don't have time for your child. We put your child in front. Once they heard that, they were shaken up. And lose our child. Yes. 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 If you don't deserve it, don't behave, then that's going to happen. Therefore, we might think that, foster home is not, but if the father is not the father, not acting like a father. Now, we feel this concept of selling children is unheard of. It's barbarian. But unfortunately, it's full of pain. I tell you, I see it in our community. I see it in our people. They don't sell their children. Of course they sell their children. Of course they sell their children. In other words, when parents decide something for a child, what's the point? What's the focal point? What's good for my name? What's good for my ego? What's good with fame? Or what's good for the child? Whenever a decision is being made, not what is good for the child, is being made because of the fame, because of my ego, my whatever the reason is, you are selling your child. You are destroying the child. You are destroying the child because we are not doing things that's good. How many times the child was about to get married and parents stopped because it was against their ego, and till now she's staying home. How many times the child had to go to school that's good for him or for her? But no, it's against our ego. All of your friends are going, you have to go the same. And they killed the child, they destroyed the child. How many times something good should happen, so that should go to therapy, or this goes to therapy, then everybody will find out, and they destroy a child, kill for. In other words, this society is the highlight, in other words, but to sell the child, a lot of times we don't know what we are doing. We're not aware about consequences. Tell you like this. The child is born paralyzed. Then they do surgery, one surgery, they do 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and then physiotherapy and everything, and this child walks. We're so happy. But how many children, they could walk, they could talk, they could do everything, and the parents, with their attitude, with not having serenity at home, with screaming, with talking, and not having serene home, they paralyze the child. And the child will be paralyzed for the rest of his life. Healthy child becomes paralyzed because of the attitude, because of the not having serene home for the children. The child loses focus and stability. Therefore, Torah is telling us, he encouraged us to talk. In life, we have to be off, have to be parents, have to be ishtar, should be following man. We have to try to achieve the father for our children, and then the children will benefit, and we will be mechanech them in the right way, be a good member for the